Can memory help us know what happiness is? Can memory help a new life begin? Like life in general, we often take memory for granted. Memory is a kind of gift. Memory is a way of holding on to the things you love, the things you are, and the things you never want to lose. What famous artist created this painting, and what is its title? Salvador Dali's Persistence of Time. How does time play a role in our memories? It is our memory that accounts for time and plays a big role in defining our lives. Our memory helps us recognize family. Our memory is essential for the listening to and speaking of language. Our memory helped us and still helps us find the food we need or want. Our memory helps us find our way back home. As the Eagles sing in Hotel California, last thing I remember, I was running for the door, trying to find the passage back to the place I was before. Take a moment to think about one of your fondest memories. Our memory enables us to share and enjoy replay of stories, and thus to create more connection with each other. Memory is fundamental to having relationships. Memory is fundamental to storytelling. Emotion-triggered experiences help explain why we long remember exciting or shocking events, such as our first kiss or our whereabouts when learning of a loved one's death. Unfortunately, memory occasionally pits us against those experiences or people whose offenses we cannot easily forget. To what degree are we what we remember? Without memory, we would live in an enduring present, each moment fresh in the here and now. What would that be like to experience? The negative to such a state might be that each person would be a total stranger. Every language would be foreign. Every task, like dressing, cooking, biking, a new challenge. We would even be strangers to ourselves, lacking the continuous sense of self that extends from our distant past to our momentary present. Let's do a memory experiment. Try to remember this phrase: "The angry rioter flinged the rock at the window." Memory is learning that has persisted over time. Memory is information that has been acquired, stored, and can be retrieved. In rare cases, some people have memories that are incredibly detailed and complete. One Russian journalist had merely to listen while other reporters scribbled notes. Imagine you had total recall in that you could remember everything. Most of us can successfully parrot back a string of 7 to 9 digits. Hence, phone numbers are designed to be in that range of digits. Ironically, with cell phones, we now don't need to memorize them. We have incredibly impressive memories for some things, like faces. Participants in an experiment viewed more than 2,500 slides of individual faces for 10 seconds each. They then viewed 250 of these slides paired with others they had never seen. What percentage of these 250 pairs do you think they recognized? After seeing 250 of these faces paired with others they had never seen, they recognized 90% of the faces. Joshua Foer talks about memory in his TED Talk. The process for getting information into our brain is called encoding. The process of retaining that information is called storage. The process of later getting that information back out is called retrieval. Some compare human memory to a computer's memory, or RAM. However, human memories are less literal and more fragile than a computer's memory. Why is that, and in what sense? Computers process more linearly and sequentially, whereas humans' dual-track minds process many things simultaneously, some unconsciously, by means of parallel processing. The viewpoint of one information processing model, connectionism, is that in order to focus on complex, simultaneous processing, memories must be products of interconnected neural networks. According to this theory, specific memories arise from particular activation patterns within these networks. Every time we learn something new, our brain's neural connections change, forming and strengthening pathways that allow us to interact with and learn from our constantly changing environment. Working memory. Right now you are using your working memory to link the information you're reading now with your previously stored information. That's why good teaching includes making reference to already familiar ideas and life experiences, linking them with newly related ideas and concepts. Russian education expert Lev Vygotsky used the term proximal zone to demonstrate how new knowledge is best built upon an already existing background knowledge. Background knowledge, which is related to automatic processing and implicit memories, include procedures for skills like riding a bike. Without conscious effort, we visualize locations, like a baseball field from your youth, note the sequence of events, where we left our keys, and frequency. This is the third time I stubbed my toe this week. What is a place, event, or sequence that you visualize frequently? Examples of effortful processing and explicit memories would be learning to drive, to text, to type, or to speak a new language. At first they take effort, but eventually they become automatic. What do you think echoic memory means? Picture yourself in a conversation with a friend as your attention veers to the television. If your mildly irked friend tests you by asking, "What did I just say?" you are usually able to recover the last few words from your mind's echo chamber. Auditory echoes tend to linger for 3 to 4 seconds. We do better and more efficient work when focused, without distraction, on one task at a time. Memory as rearranging the chunks. What recognizable word can you create by rearranging the chunks, in this case letters, in the following jumble? The jumble of letters KLCISNE, when rearranged, is nickels. Ancient Greek scholars and orators also developed mnemonics, memory aids that use vivid imagery, because we are particularly good at remembering mental images. We more easily remember concrete visualizable words with more emotional charge than we do abstract words with less emotional charge. For example, the following string of words becomes increasingly easy to recall as we move from left to right: process, pattern, shape, woman, fire, burn.